PlayStation 1 launched in December 1994. This gray box absolutely vaporized the competition by turning gaming from flat 2D pixels into blocky 3D polygons. It loaded games from cheap compact discs instead of expensive cartridges, which meant massive game worlds but also painful loading screens. To save your progress, you had to buy separate tiny memory cards that were incredibly easy to lose under your couch. It became a culture machine, bringing the world edgy titles like Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil. It eventually went on to sell an unbelievable 102 million units worldwide, and later shrunk down into the cute, rounded PS1. PlayStation 2. By the year 2000, Sony dropped the PlayStation 2, a sleek black monolith that looked like a futuristic radiator. This machine became an absolute juggernaut because Sony hid a brilliant Trojan horse inside it, a built-in DVD player. At launch, the PS2 was literally cheaper than most standalone DVD players on the market. Parents bought it for movies, kids used it for Grand Theft Auto, and it instantly conquered the living room. Under the hood, it ran on a highly unique processor called the Emotion Engine, which gave developers headaches at first, but eventually delivered the best-selling console lineup in history. It sold over 155 million units, gave us the legendary ultra-thin PS2 Slim with built-in internet networking, and established Sony as an unstoppable gaming superpower. PlayStation 3. Then Sony got cocky. In 2006, they launched the PlayStation 3, and it was a total disaster. They priced it at a staggering $600, and the CEO literally told fans to go work a second job to afford one. It was a giant, heavy, glossy grill of a machine packed with a ridiculously complex processor called the Cell Engine. It was so hard to program for that early multi-platform games looked like blurry garbage compared to the competitor. Worse, the early models suffered from severe overheating, causing them to flash the dreaded yellow light of death and melt themselves into expensive bricks. Sony bled billions of dollars but clawed their way back by winning a massive high-definition format war, using their built-in Blu-ray drive to kill off HD DVD forever. They eventually saved the generation by slimming it down into the matte finish PS3 Slim and the weird slider top Super Slim. PlayStation 4. In 2013, Sony learned their lesson and built the PlayStation 4. They threw away the weird custom processors and used standard PC parts instead, making developers fall in love with them instantly. They won the entire generation before it even started by filming a hilarious viral tutorial video mocking their competitors' strict online rules. The PS4 was a sharp, slanted box with a bright blue light slicing down the center. It became the ultimate home for massive, cinematic single-player experiences. Midway through its life, it got a basic slim makeover, followed by the beefy PS4 Pro, which added massive graphical horsepower to upscale games to checkerboard 4K resolution and boost shaky frame rates. PlayStation 5. That brings us to the current era. In 2020, Sony unveiled the PlayStation 5, and it looked like a massive, futuristic alien skyscraper. It was so giant it barely fit on any entertainment center. They split the launch into a standard disc version and a slightly symmetrical digital edition. The real magic inside this beast isn't the raw graphics power, it's the custom solid-state drive. It moves data so blindingly fast that traditional loading screens completely vanished, allowing games to instantly warp you between entirely different dimensions. They paired this with the DualSense controller, which uses advanced haptic rumblers and triggers that physically resist your fingers to make you feel every raindrop or jam gun string. Later, they replaced these behemoths with the modular PS5 Slim, featuring a detachable disk drive, and the ultra-premium PS5 Pro, which uses advanced AI upscaling to finally deliver sharp 4K visuals at a super smooth 60 frames per second without making players choose between performance and graphics modes.